Hey, welcome to another episode of the almost world-famous Cactus Atlas. Today, I'm exploring the Valley of Fire State Park in the beautiful state of Nevada, seeking out all of these small, quick-stop type attractions that there are to see here. The other stuff, if you will. So, if you want to find out what all that's like and what I think, stick around and let's go explore this park together. This is what's known as Atlatl Rock, and there's nobody here right now, so I'm gonna take advantage of that pronto. I wasn't even planning on stopping here just yet, but I saw there's nobody here. It continues to be nobody here, so I'm climbing it. It's a little windy, I apologize. So yeah, there's quite a few steps here. Oh wow. The sign says these petroglyphs are over 4,000 years old. 4,000. That's 2000 BC. It's interesting to think that the natives that rode on that did not have stairs. So it looks like it's definitely climbable, no problem, but that would be a little bit of a workout. And it's really interesting the perspective of the rock itself, the face they rode on. You can see from this angle, it's almost completely perpendicular to the ground. It looks like a chalkboard or something, so it's a very natural surface to want to draw on. So no wonder they all went up there. So my thoughts about Atlatl Rock, it's really awesome, especially knowing the age of those things, over 4,000 years old, so that made it pretty cool. Really short stair climb, gets your heart rate up a little bit, but then you'll be done in about 5 minutes, so I think you can fit this one in. So the next stop here on the tour is the beehives, and I'm assuming we're looking for rocks that look like beehives. So this down here seems to be the main attraction. These look pretty interesting down here. Yeah, these things do look like beehives and also wasp nests, don't they? Because you have all those like holy, kind of like honeycomb looking wasp nest type of shapes. Looks like some kind of giant monstrous insect creature would live in these things. I need somebody here with me to take a picture so I could stick my head through this little window here. That's pretty cool. And I think there's one more beehive looking rock behind this main one off the parking lot, so let's go check that out really quick before we head out. Well, the views from down here at the beehives ain't too shabby. The more I hang out here at beehives, the more cool it kind of gets. Your imagination starts to run a little bit and you picture like giant insect creatures living in these things, and it kind of then makes them seem more real. So yeah, try to use your imagination when you're here at beehives. So I would say, is it worth stopping at beehives? Once again, yes, if you have time, but I don't think it's gonna blow your mind as much as other things in the park, but I kind of enjoyed checking these things out. They're strange to look at, so just like me. This is kind of a rare moment. There's nobody in my shot. So far on this little sampler tour, just about everything has lived up to whatever its name is. So for this one, Arch Rock, I'm expecting something very specific. Do you know what that is? Right outside or across the street from Arch Rock are more of those beehives. Those look just like those other beehive structures that we saw earlier, don't they? So far, some pretty interesting structures here and a very alien landscape in the background. And as arches go, there's a money shot opportunity right there. Very reminiscent of Arches National Park, although that is a Munchkin arch compared to what you'll see there. You know, I wouldn't pass up the opportunity to get a selfie with something like that, now would I? And you can also walk down a little ways from the arch over here. Looks like a lot of people have done so, and get some really nice expansive views of this valley here going off into the distance. That's quite majestic. So as for whether or not to visit the Arch Rock here, it's cool. It's just a quick 5-minute stop. If you're staying at one of the campgrounds, it's actually right next to those. So why not stop and get a quick picture and then move on down the road. Okay, so for Petrified Logs West, you take the main road here. Those are the roads to the campground. You'll see a sign that says Petrified Logs and just turn there. And then you'll have this gravelly, bumpy road to travel. So my expectations are not too high for this particular thing. I want to see it, but if you live in Arizona especially, you're no stranger to petrified wood. It's actually a lot more common than you would think. So the view from this trail to Petrified Logs West is worth it just for that, really. And there's the petrified log, mostly buried from view. All right, I guess as advertised, that was a petrified log. I think there may be some more actually up here because actually I think it's plural petrified logs. This is a pretty cool specimen actually. This one's much larger than the first one we saw. So, and you really get a sense of a complete like trunk of the tree as opposed to just like a slice. You'll see a lot of like the sliced, you know, versions at the Petrified Forest National Park. So it's really cool to see a big chunk all in one piece. And here's the next one. Not as good as the one right down there, but still pretty cool. Like you can see, pretty well defined, the log, mostly buried once again. So my thoughts about petrified logs, it's exactly as advertised, a few petrified logs. I would say if you've been to the Petrified Forest and you're short on time when you visit here, you might want to just pass up on this one. But if you do have time, maybe 20-30 minutes to spare at most, I would check it out. It still is cool, and the backgrounds are something to be said here. Now, needless to say at this point, I think, this is such a majestic landscape. One of the finest of the American Southwest, I think, to this day. It's so striking. All right, I have arrived at the visitor center. I had to park way out here in overflow parking. There's a parking lot up this way that is full. So this is a very popular visitor center, it appears. And you can see like lots of things out here. This visitor center is nestled up nice and tight against all these red rocks. All right, my expectations are high. Let's see if they're met. This looks very museum-like, and like good quality museum. There's even a gift shop here. So a lot of that was pretty standard fare for visitor center stuff, but done very well though. You learn about the geology of the region, the native people that lived here throughout the years, as well as the flora and fauna. So in that regard, that's how it's pretty standard, but the quality of the experience is much higher than a lot of other parks that I've been to. So good job. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, hit that notification bell to stay informed of any time we release new videos, which we do all of the time. Also, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Cactus Atlas. Well, I had a blast seeking out all of the smaller fare here at the Valley of Fire State Park. Everything was amazing. I hope you had a good time tagging along, and I look forward to having you on a new adventure very soon, so keep checking back in, and until then, take it easy.